taking me up on my offer? What offer is that?
To have dinner with you.
Oh, dinner. Really? I'm rather surprised, Teresa.
About what?
When I first asked you to have dinner with me, you were quite adamant about your refusal. In fact, you were positively rude.
I know. I'm sorry.
Apology accepted. What made you change your mind?
I had some time to think it over. And I realized that it would be advantageous for both of us. That's if the invitation is still open. Is it?
Oh, of course it's still open. I'd like nothing better than to have dinner with you.
Sheridan, I'm sorry.
I told you to stay away, all right? Just stay away.
Luis, mijo, she doesn't mean it, okay?
She means it. And I don't blame her.
Luis, you know she loves you. She'll cool down.
But she's right. I told her that I would get our son back, and I failed her. I failed her miserably.
No. It's not too late, son. You can still find Beth and Marty.
No, I know it's not too late, and I am going to find them. Get Sam to contact the FAA. Trace every plane that's in the air. We will find Beth and Marty.
I still cannot believe that Beth did all those terrible things.
Neither can I. But Sheridan's been right this whole time. Beth kidnapped her. She held her prisoner. She took our baby. If I'd have just believed Sheridan in the first place, she'd have Marty in her arms right now. Sam. Yes, Luis, listen, I need a favor. What? Oh, my God. Okay. All right, we'll talk later.
What is it, Luis? What did Sam say?
Is he gonna help you or what?
He can't. He's no longer the chief of police. Alistair had him fired.
Fired? Why?
I guess because we ransacked Alistair's place looking for Beth. Now I'm really alone.
But you still have the resources of the Harmony PD, don't you?
For the moment, but if Alistair has anything to do with it, I'm sure that won't last long either.
Well, we all know he's pure evil.
He's a monster.
Alistair's not going to win. He thinks he's going to take me down, but he is not. I'm going to get Marty back, and I'm going to save my relationship with Sheridan.
Marty, precious little boy. I can't believe you're really gone. I'm so close to getting you back. To Luis let your child slip right through his fingers. How could he do that? How?
Go away, Luis. I don't want to talk to you.
Honey, it's me. May I come in?
Of course.
I am so sorry. I know your heart is breaking. If anyone would understand, you would. I'm so sorry that you lost your child.
But at least you know that Marty is alive and he's out there and you have a chance of getting him back.
It didn't have to come to this. This is all Luis's fault.
No, it's not.
Like, you were even suspicious of Beth early on.
Yes, I was. Listen, I even wondered at the time if she was pregnant. But I didn't have any proof, and you know, maybe if I did and I was able to give Luis some evidence, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
It wouldn't have done any good. He wouldn't have listened to you any more than he listened to me. Because of it, I've lost my son now.
Okay, I know that you are in the worst kind of pain, and I know that you want to lash out at someone, but do not lash out at Luis. He feels terrible, too, and he is doing everything he can to find Beth and Marty.
Well, he should have tried harder. Sooner. If he had, our son would be with us right now. But Luis cost me my son. How can anyone expect me to forget that? I mean, I can't. I won't.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You gave me
Whitney, hey. What are you doing here alone? Are you okay?
Yeah. Oh, I just had to get some air. Miles is colicky, and he just won't stop crying, and there's nothing I could do, so I just had to get out of there.
I understand what you mean. There's nothing worse than a colicky baby. That crying just rips through your heart, you know?
Yeah, it does, and it's awful because you feel like there isn't anything you can do to help them, you know? But Chad wanted to adopt him, and so it's his problem now, it's not mine. Anyway, how's Jane? How's Jane doing?
Jane, she's perfect. She's wonderful. Gwen is wonderful with her, too.
I'm sure Gwen is wonderful with her, but Teresa is too, seeing as she's really Jane's mother.
Whitney,
Even,
look.
I know you don't want to talk about this, and frankly, neither do I. But I have to say it. Now, I'm not defending Teresa for all the crazy things that she's done. And I know she only has herself to blame for losing Jane to you and Gwen.
Whitney, it's only temporary custody.
Well, I hope that's true, but the fact is, you have her now. And it is tearing Teresa apart to be away from her daughter for even one night.
Whitney, I'm sure it is. And I really am sorry about it, but if she hadn't refused to drop those charges against Gwen, we never would have ended up in court. None of this would have happened.
Ethan, somewhere deep down, you have to know that Teresa doesn't deserve this. Period, no matter what she's done in the past.
Whether she deserves it or not, I can sense she's getting desperate. It's worrying me. I worry about what she'll do when she's in this kind of state.
Well, I think you're right to be worried. I just hope you do something about it. I hope you do something about it before Teresa does something crazy. Something we're both going to end up regretting.
No, I'm very pleased that you reconsidered my offer. I promise to show you an evening you'll never forget.
You understand that I'm only agreeing to dinner and nothing more.
Well, of course. Whatever happens after dinner, it's up to you. You decide.
And as I said, it's just for dinner.
Sorry.
You have to remember that you did decline my offer at first, and then you changed your mind. Well, you may change your mind after dinner tonight. See where the rest of the evening goes.
No. No, just dinner. I mean that.
All right. Dinner it is. I'll be in touch.
I hope I'm not making that deal with the devil.
I'm sorry about this, sweetheart.
It's all right, Grandfather. I was just wondering if you still wanted to play gin.
Play gin with my favorite granddaughter? Well, of course I will. I have something to take care of first. I'll only be a moment, so why don't you just set up the game, huh?
All right.
All right, sweetheart. Right. Oh, Teresa, I knew you would change your mind. Because I have exactly what you want, and you know it. I'm the only one that can help you. The dinner is just the beginning. I know after the first course, I will have you exactly where I want you. And it won't be at a dinner table.
Did Sam call the FAA?
Sam no longer has the authority to do anything. Your father had him fired.
What? Sam's been fired. He's no longer the chief of police.
And I don't have authority to deal with the FAA either.
Oh.
It's all right. Figure out something. I will lead this search myself. And you can help me find Marty.
No.
What?
No, we can't search together.
Why not?
Why not? Because I can't stand to be in the same room with you. I can't stand to hear your voice without getting angry all over again, and I can't bear to hear the sound of your voice.
Charity,
no, just get out! I want you out of my house now. Just leave me alone. What are you doing here?
Oh, I was waiting for you.
I thought you were with Miles.
Well, I was. But Miles has been crying all day. And I couldn't take it anymore. I had to get out of there.
But the message that you left, it said that he was doing better, that your nursing him helped.
It did. It did. He was able to keep milk down, but, he has colic, you know. He just won't stop crying.
Oh, poor baby.
My mother said that the colic could last for months, and, it's just hard for me to see him that way.
You're usually stronger than that, Whitney, you know? I know that, you try to avoid getting close to him, so you gave him up for adoption. But, is that all it is?
Well, Teresa, he's not my son anymore. I mean, period. That's all there is to it. The only reason I breastfed him is because Chad was at a loss when he couldn't keep any formula down. That's all.
Whitney, how could you not be close to your son? You breastfed him.
Please don't make this any harder than it already is.
Why can't you just admit that you love him?
Okay, fine. Yeah, I do. I love him. I love Miles. That's why I put him up for adoption in the first place.
I know you're going through a tough time, Whitney. And I know that you feel guilty about giving him up.
But you know what? It's not just that. I mean, what if there's something wrong with Miles and it's not just colic? You know, what if it's something else, something more? You know, I told you about all the horrible things that could be wrong with my son.
No, no, no.
No, but it is possible, right? And you're right, I do feel guilty, but not about putting him up for adoption. I feel guilty because something could be wrong with him, and it's because of what Chad and I did.
No, look, I'm sure your mother would have told you if it was something more serious than colic.
I hope you're right. I am glad that my mother does know the truth. And if there is really something wrong with Miles, she can treat him, so we won't have to tell a pediatrician that Chad is really the father of my son. You know, I cannot risk anyone ever finding out the truth. I mean, can you imagine what my son's life would be like? I mean, he'd be tortured and ridiculed. I put him up for adoption to protect him.
I know you did.
I would do anything to protect my son. You of all people must understand that.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel.
Sharon, you don't mean that.
Yes, I do, Luis. I want you out of here. Because I can't look at you without thinking about what you cost me, my precious little boy.
I told you that I would find Marty, and I promised you that I would.
No, don't even say the word promise, because you have said that over and over, and you never came through.
I will.
No, Luis. You had your chance. You had your chance, and you didn't take it. And you know what? Because of that, I never thought that I would say this about someone I love, but I can't bear the sight of you.
Sharon, nobody blames you for being so upset, but please don't say things in anger you're going to regret.
Sharon, you know, Luis is as heartbroken about this as you are.
Really? You are? Because I find that very hard to believe. And no, Mother, I'm not going to regret anything I say because it's how I feel. You cost me my son. All because you wouldn't believe me. This is your fault.
I told you I was sorry. And I would give my right arm if I could change things.
Well, you can't. And what I can't do is forgive you for not believing me. Because I told you over and over that Marty was our son. I knew it. But you believed Beth over me, the woman you supposedly love. You believed Beth, the woman who kidnapped me, held me prisoner in her basement until I gave birth to our son, which she stole. And then she just dumped my body in the ocean like a piece of trash. All because you wouldn't believe me. And I will never forgive you for that.
You are my passion for life.
Oh, I'm sorry that took so long. I had to make some arrangements.
Arrangements having to do with the phone call I just overheard?
As a matter of fact, yes.
It was obvious you were making a date. Who is she, Grandfather?
Rather than tell you who she is, I can tell you what she is. Turn around a little bit. See the candle? See the moth? Going around toward the flame, away from the flame, circling the flame. And then eventually that moth will succumb to the flame's draw. Getting closer, 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 and zap. Consumed by the flame, dies. Flame always wins.
And you are the flame?
Of course.
And the woman you made the date with?
Lemon. Gemons, of course.
So why don't you sit down? I'm just gonna check the messages and see if there's any word on Marty, you know, see if they caught Beth.
Teresa, this is Alistair. I wanted to let you know my secretary is making arrangements for our dinner date. I'll call you later to tell you when my car will pick you up. I'm looking forward to our evening together. Until then.
Teresa, what in the world is that about? You can't possibly be going on a date with Alistair Crane. Tell me that's not true. Oh my God, what? What have you gotten yourself into now?
I don't have my child. I don't have my little boy because of you. You didn't even try to believe me. You just let Beth get away with stealing my baby. You, Luis.
Yes. You're right. I am to blame.
Luis, mijo, you couldn't have known.
No, Sheridan's right. I should have believed her.
Right. You should have.
But I did listen to you. And I tried to believe you, but there was no proof, Sheridan. Not until the second DNA test.
Well, now, do you have enough proof? Now that our child is gone? Probably forever? And even knowing full well that Beth was a liar and a psychopath. You had the chance to shoot her, but you didn't. You just let her walk away with our child.
I explained to you why I didn't shoot her.
No, you had your gun on her. But you didn't shoot her. You did nothing. You just let her go. So that's why I want you out of my house. I never want to lay eyes on you again, so please just go.
All right. I will leave. And I will leave home.
Oh, no.
No, I will be back. I'll be back with Marty. You'll never know how sorry I am, Sheridan.
Just go!
You're collecting sevens, aren't you?
That is for me to know, and you to find out.
I want to talk to you.
Hello, Ethan.
Hi, Fancy.
We're in the middle of a card game here, Ethan.
Yeah, I know that's too bad. Listen, I know what you did to my father. You fired him for no good reason, didn't you?
I had a very good reason.
Oh, what was that? What was that? You couldn't control him? You couldn't get him on your payroll to do your dirty work? Something like that, huh?
No, he was neglectful of his duties.
Neglectful, that's a lie. That's a big lie, and you know it. He was a good police chief. You got rid of him because you get rid of everybody who doesn't follow your orders because you think you can control everyone. My God, Alistair, you helped take Sheridan's baby away from her, your own daughter.
Sheridan is delusional.
No, she's not. She knows what you did, and she's devastated about it. My God, Alistair, how could you do something like that to your own daughter? What the hell is wrong with you?
How dare you come in here and talk to me that way? You're not part of this family. I've been very gracious, allowing you and your wife to live here. I've been very charitable and letting you keep your job in my company.
Charity. Charity has nothing to do with this. You know damn well that I've been groomed from birth to take over your empire when you thought I was your grandson.
Well, you're not my grandson. And you're not Julian's son. You're Sam Bennett's bastard son.
Nevertheless, I know more about running this company than anybody. Let me tell you something. If it wasn't for me, you'd be in deep trouble.
Oh, you have such an inflated opinion of yourself, don't you? Overestimating your worth.
No, you overestimate yours and the future of Crane Industries.
Really? I doubt it.
Well, then you're delusional. Because I have some updates for you. Did you know that your empire is on the verge of collapse?
Now, where in the hell did you get that ridiculous idea?
Well, Alistair, I mean, you might think you're indestructible. Everybody dies. And when you die, there's no one left to take over your empire. Think about it, not Fox. He's been nothing but a playboy until recently. Yes, he's tried to play catch-up with the company.
Yes, I'm aware of Fox's efforts. As a smart boy, he'll catch up.
But he's nowhere near ready. And it won't be Julian either.
Oh, no, Julian went against me. Lost all the power he thought he ever had.
Well, that leaves Chad.
Chad? You mean Julian's black bastard? Hell would freeze over first.
I doubt Chad would even want to take over the reins of Crane Industries, so where does that leave us, Alistair? When you die, Crane Industries goes down. It crumbles. But you wouldn't know that because you're too busy destroying other people's lives, like my father, to even know it.
Well, answer me. What is going on with you and Alistair Crane? I mean, you can't seriously be going on a date with him.
It's dinner.
Have you completely lost your mind?
Oh, Whitney, it's not a big deal. I'm just having dinner with him.
No. Nothing is just anything when it comes to Alistair Crane. I mean, once you get involved with him on any level, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Now, will you look at what he's done to your family? To my family, to Ethan, to Sheridan, his own daughter. Every life he touches, he ruins. He is a monster, and you know it. Now, what on earth possessed you to do something like this? What were you thinking?
I don't know.
Upset? Desperate?
I can't lose Ethan, Whitney. I can't.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but you've already lost Ethan. I mean, when are you going to get it through your head? He isn't going to be with you, period.
You know what? Alistair said he's going to help me get Ethan and Jane back.
Alistair told you he's going to help you get Ethan and Jane back? That's why you're having dinner with him?
Yeah. Look, you said it yourself, Whitney. You would do anything to protect your son. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing what I have to do to protect my child.
Okay, but you're protecting Jane from what exactly? From Ethan and Gwen?
I need my family, Whitney, and that is Ethan and me and Jane and little Ethan. And Jane, she needs her mommy.
Teresa, honey,
Look, I'm just doing what I have to do, okay?
Okay, look, listen to me. Even if it is possible, even if Alistair could help you get Ethan and Jane back, what exactly do you think it's going to cost you?
Cost me?
Come on, don't do that. Don't play like you don't know. Alistair never does anything for nothing. He's gonna want something from you. Something big. And you can guarantee whatever Alistair Crane wants, it's gonna be something that you don't want to give.
Sheridan, look, I can't imagine going through anything worse than what you've gone through. But please don't let your pain or your anger cause you to say or do something you're going to regret later.
Your mother's right. I know that you're upset. But you know in your heart that you still love Luis. Don't let him go because you're angry.
But it's because of Luis that I've lost my son.
No. It's because of Alistair and Beth that you don't have Marty. I don't think Luis deserves to be the target of your anger, Sheridan.
He could have stopped Beth, but he didn't.
Not because he didn't try. Sheridan, I was with Luis. He was obsessed with finding Marty and catching Beth. He would have done anything in this world to stop her from taking him.
Anything except the one thing that he should have done. All he had to do was pull the trigger, shoot her. But he didn't. And even after knowing the truth about Beth, he just let her go. He let her go.
Sheridan's right. This is all my fault.
Luis, mijo, none of this is your fault.
No, that maniac Alistair is behind it all. Like every other horror story in this town.
Sheridan thinks that I should have shot Beth.
She said that Beth had a knife to her throat.
I tried to get a clear shot. You know, I was just afraid that I was gonna hit Sheridan. And then Sheridan managed to knock the knife out of Beth's hands.
So she was unarmed at that point.
Yes. Sheridan's right. I couldn't do it, you know, I couldn't shoot her. I went to high school with Beth. You know, we went out. I almost married her. I just thought that I could get through to her and reason with her.
Of course, mijo, I understand.
I just never thought that she would get away. I never thought that she would make it to the airport.
We can thank Alistair for that. Son, it wasn't your fault.
No, it is my fault. I let Sheridan down. I let Beth get away. God, how am I ever supposed to face her again? You know, she's right. I need to leave. I need to leave and never come back.
Son, listen to me. I won't listen to you blame yourself like this. You did everything you could.
Yes, you did everything humanly possible to stop Beth from running away with Marty.
No, I didn't. I didn't. And now Sheridan hates me for it.
No, she doesn't. She loves you. She's just in a lot of pain.
Because of me. Because I was the one person in this world that Sheridan thought she could count on. And I let her down. Our son is gone because of me. I need to go.
I thought the same thing. That's why I left Harmony, to protect your mother, to protect you children. But I was wrong. Don't make the same mistake I made.
Please don't compare your situation to mine, okay? Because I would never abandon Sheridan the way that you abandoned us.
Don't fight with your father right now, okay? Just listen to him. He doesn't want you to leave Harmony. Neither do I. Not with your situation with Sheridan still unresolved.
Well, Sheridan wants me to go.
She just said that in anger, mijo. She doesn't mean it. And if you leave now, it'll be so much harder to put things right when you do come back.
Your mother's right. Don't do it. Please, son, no matter what Sheridan says, it's a mistake. And one I know you'll regret forever.
I won't regret it, Mother. I am not sorry that I sent Luis away.
Sheridan, you're in no emotional condition to make that kind of decision right now. In a few days, you're going to want Luis back here.
No, I won't. It's because of Luis that I lost my child.
Sheridan, no one should have to go through what you're going through right now. But Luis is not the villain here.
He's not? Because he knows what he did. He knows that he could have done something to stop this from happening.
And he feels horrible about it. Sheridan, no one wanted to find Beth and Marty more than Luis.
Well, he should feel horrible. He should.
You know, when I lost Sarah, I blamed Ethan. I hated him. I thought I could never look at him again without blaming him for Sarah's death. I thought I could never look at him without seeing Teresa and thinking of Teresa and knowing that Sarah died because Ethan couldn't resist her.
And she didn't throw Ethan away.
I never, ever thought that I could forgive Ethan, but I did. And I'm telling you this as someone who's gone through it. I am so glad I didn't push Ethan out of my life, because I would have really regretted it. Sheridan, we helped each other heal after we lost Sarah. There is nothing worse than having to grieve alone.
Well, I am just gonna have to grieve alone. Because I've lost my child, and it's all Luis's fault.
Sheridan, Luis would never hurt you deliberately. Whatever he did, it was unintentional.
Doesn't matter. The result is still the same. Marty is still gone.
And Luis will be gone. And you'll lose him. Are you sure that what you want to do is to lose the two people you love the most in this whole world?
Sheridan, let him help you. You two can search for Marty together. You can move through this grief together. Please don't let him go. I am so afraid that if you let him go, you are going to wind up regretting this for the rest of your life.
You know, you have done some crazy things in your life, but I have to say this takes the cake. I mean, planning a dinner date with Alistair Crane. And what's next? Cocktails with Satan?
I wasn't thinking.
Oh, I get it. You mean for a change.
First, I refused his offer, Whitney. That was after he came on to me and he was kissing me.
Oh, God, dirty old man.
Yeah, it was disgusting. And I told him to forget about it.
Okay, great. So what happened? Why did you change your mind?
I ran into Ethan, Whitney. I ran into Ethan, and we got into a fight, and he said that we're never going to be together, we've got no future together, and that he's going to stay with Gwen.
Teresa, Ethan has been saying that same exact thing for years. He's never given you any reason to believe that he would leave Gwen.
No reason except that he loves me. Like I said, Whitney, I was desperate, and I was upset. I would do anything to hold on to Ethan. I would do anything to get my daughter back. So I called Alistair, and I told him that I had reconsidered.
Okay, but I don't understand. What do you think that Alistair is going to do to change Ethan's mind? I mean, was he going to do? Brainwash him? Blackmail him? How is he going to make Ethan leave Gwen for you?
I don't know. Okay, it was a mistake. You're right. He's gonna want something from me, and I don't really want to think about what that might be.
Well, you know what he wants. And you know that Ethan's gonna find out about it, too.
No, he's not gonna find out about this.
Look, I ran into Ethan earlier, and he's already worried that you're gonna do something crazy. And so was I. But I never in a million years thought it would be something like this, something this crazy. Come on, honey, this is insane.
What have I done? What have I done?
You see, you've been so busy destroying the lives of others, Alistair, that you've been neglecting Crane Industries. You don't even have the first clue as to what's going on in your company, do you?
Oh, that's a lie. My company is as strong as it's ever been, and I'm the most powerful thing in it.
Yes, you are powerful. You are powerful. But for how long, huh? How long? No one lives forever, Alistair, not even you.
Let me clue you in. I'm not dead yet.
But you will be. You will be, and then guess what? Nobody is going to be left over to run Crane Industries. Everything you've worked for, and you've planned, and schemed for, and blackmailed for, and did God knows what else for, is going to be gone. Your empire is going to fall, crumble, and there's going to be nothing left but a little bit of history about it, Alistair. The fall of your little empire.
Never!
Grampy? Are you okay? What's wrong? What's wrong? Can you breathe? Ethan, for God's sake, stop it! You're killing him!
Luis, Sheridan doesn't really want you to go. You know that.
And besides, where would you go? You don't even have a lead on Beth to follow, do you?
I'll get one. Okay? Beth can't just disappear.
Of course she can, especially with Alistair's help.
And if you stay, you and Sheridan can work together to find them.
Work together? What, did you not just hear her in there? She doesn't want to see me, much less work with me. She wants me to go.
She doesn't mean that, Mijo. She's not thinking clearly. She's overwrought.
Exactly. And once she calms down, she'll realize how much she loves you and how much she needs you.
I wish that I could believe you. Okay? But I saw the look in Sheridan's eyes, and I certainly haven't given her one reason to think that I can bring Marty back. But I will. I swear I will bring him back. I will bring him back to his mother.
Okay. But in the meantime, Sheridan needs you to lean on. Oh, my God, she's going to need your help to get through this, Luis.
I just think that I'm the last person in the world that Sheridan wants to see right now.
I'll be damned if a lack of a badge is gonna stop me from saving my daughter from that bastard.
Do you love me?
Of course I do.
Prove you love me enough to sacrifice for me.
Okay, I'll do it.
Marty, is that you?